digger, and I've just come upon a property that is going to be demolished. And as soon as I got here, I saw that someone had been here before me. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, dozens of holes in the yard already. Not to be discouraged. Not No one finds everything. There's always something left behind to look for. And so we'll see how well they did, and we'll see how well I do. First thing I do is I'm going to look in the yard and say, decide where I want to hunt first. And the juicy spots are always between the entrance of the house and where the car would be parked, somewhere in the driveway. So that's probably going to be my first run. Then I'll come down the driveway, and then I'll start a grid. All right? Okay, so I found a target. I don't think it's a great target. It's probably a zinc penny. But since it's the first target, I'm going to dig it. It's a piece of junk metal. This is ringing up as a 52 on my AT Gold. It's usually either a nickel or a pull tab. I'm guessing pull tab in this case. And I'm glad I dug it because it was a nickel. And if you look, there's 3 targets, 1, 2, 3 that were dug by someone else, and right in between them, there was a target that was worth digging. And that seems to always happen. People find an area, they start digging things up, and they go for the high tones, and they miss the low tones. So this was a low tone Jefferson nickel. Nice find. I found a penny, and I can't tell yet whether it's looks like it's looks like it's a Wheatie. Yeah, it's a Wheatie. It's always a good sign to find Wheaties because that means it's a coin that was minted when during where silver was minted, when silver was minted. So it's always a good sign to find Wheaties. Yeah, it's a dime. And there must have been something next to it because it was really making a lot of noise. And it's a Roosevelt dime. It's not silver, just a clad dime. But there was something near it because it was making a lot of noise and jumping around a lot. Bottle cap. Looks like all she wrote for this side of the yard. Got a weak penny. Got a weak penny, which is again always good. If someone leaves a weak penny behind, they might leave some silver behind. So let's see what happens. We always like finding weak pennies. All right, I see a clothesline in the back. We always like looking around clothesline. This is one of those eraser holders on a pencil. That's what all the fuss was about. Just found a button, a very old button, underneath the clothesline, made out of metals, and a very old button. You can see some flower designs on it. And that's about the most interesting find I've found so far. Probably a winter coat or something. Okay, this is without a doubt the best signal I've gotten in this yard. It's ringing 88 and goes up to pretty much at this point 87, 88. And I'm going to guess it's a quarter. And let's just see how we do here. Could be a silver ring. A quarter. Looking more like a clad quarter than a silver quarter, but and it is a piece of junk metal. And that was the best signal I've gotten in the whole yard. In the front of the side yard. There it is. An eagle quarter. That's the second quarter, and about like a dime, a nickel, and a few pennies. A lot of work for under $1 worth of change. That I have no doubt that the person who hunted this before me probably pulled a few silvers out, just because when there's that few targets, the targets that you do find are usually pretty old. And we did find some Wheaties, so I'm hoping that the guy or gal that hunted this before me found some silver. We'll see. We'll probably see it on the forums. This has a nice, sweet, high-pitched tone, and it's going between 83 and 84. Very likely that it's a Roosevelt dime and possibly a silver Roosevelt dime. Now it's jumping even higher, so that tells me it could be a bottle cap, especially the proximity of the street. I'm still holding out some hopes for a silver dime. Be careful not to nick it. And get behind it. It was a Roosevelt, and I did nick it, even though I was trying to be very careful not to. And it does appear to be silver by the edge. And the way it's cleaning up, that's the way silver dimes clean up. 1953. That's what we came after, silver. This is sounding like a nickel. It's a 51 on the VDI. piece of tinfoil. A penny. Here's an example of where someone either left the target in because it wasn't a good target, might have been a piece of tubing, and they just left the target there, or they missed it. I don't know which until I dig it up. But that's somebody else's hole. They left it in, but it wasn't a good target. It was a penny that's pretty bent up with the lawnmower. Got hit by the lawnmower, ringing up like a clad diamond. Penny. Looks like a weedy. It's a weedy. Right under the sign. Going between 91 and 93. As high as 95, 97. But occasionally it jumps up to 99, which tells me it's a very rusted bottle cap. But anything that's 91, 93 could also be a $50. So we're not gonna not dig it. We're definitely gonna dig it. And I'm gonna give it a little bit of room. I already nicked one point. Take a real big plug. Even if it is a bottle cap, even the chance that it's something better, we gotta dig it. Now, a lot of times this happens, you get a sweet sound and then you disturb it and you don't get a good signal. That's usually when it's a bottle cap, unfortunately. Exactly what I thought it was, a rusted bottle cap. But there's always that 1 in 100 chance that it's something much better, so you've got to dig it. That's why we dig pull tabs, that's why we dig any low tones that we might dig, just in the hopes that it might be that gold ring or that $50 that comes one in 200 or 300 digs, or maybe 500 digs. That's what you do. Okay, 85 is not my favorite signal. When it's a solid 85, it's usually something strange. But on the chance that it's a good target, we're gonna dig it. And this is the kind of targets that you get at 85, or at least the ones I get. It's a 0 that hung up on somebody's door.